morning, Cancerian family. Welcome to my channel, Cancer Moon Oracles. My name is Rosa, and I actually felt called to come in and do a reading for you guys this morning. I just felt called to kind of just open up the reading and take a look at the Cancerian energy and just, you know what, go from there. I'm not sure if I feel called to look at your person's energy at this point, but I just feel really called to look at the Cancerian collective energy. I know there was someone on my channel that really enjoyed the fact that I focused more on Cancer's energy. So I thought, you know what, I just made a mental note of that, took that on board, and for some reason this morning I just feel really drawn to that. And you know what, Spirit's been kind of like nudging me for a little bit to use and work with the Lioness Oracle Tarot deck. So I'm kind of just going to go with it and see what comes through, Cancer. So let's just take a look. Sun, Moon, Venus and Rising Cancerian placements are welcome. I do have a coffee in tow. It is really wet here this morning. It's a little bit dark, so I do apologize for the lack of light. I used to have an overhead light. I must endeavor to get a new one. It did break down, unfortunately. But yeah, I have to endeavor to get a new one. All right, Cancer, let's see what it is that's calling for you guys at this time in love or in general, just whatever wants to come through. So Spirit, Angels and Guides, what is it that our Cancerian family need to hear and know when it comes to love, life, just overall? What is it that our Cancerian family need to hear and know? Let's take a look here. First card coming through is the Eight of Swords. Okay. What is it that our Cancerian family need to hear and know? The Fool. And what is it that our Cancerian family need to hear and know? King of Cups. Well, the King of Cups, it is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but in particular, it does speak to the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio's fixed water. So what I'm kind of drawing from that is, what I'm drawing from the King of Cups is a very protective energy. There's a very protective energy here, Cancer. And with the Eight of Swords, I'm looking at the Eight of Swords and I see a little pussycat. And the little pussycat kind of looks scared to me. So I feel right now, Cancer, that there may be an energy where you feel sort of like scared or afraid. There may be certain fears or insecurities that you might be harboring or feeling. They're just there, okay? They're just there. They're within you. They're very real. They're very present for you. The Eight of Swords can suggest that this is a pattern. It can be a pattern that isn't supporting you or isn't serving you right now. Now, when it's coming in with the King of Cups, I certainly see here, Cancer, that what I'm getting from these two cards is a Cancerian who is feeling very guarded. Okay, is feeling very guarded when it comes to love. If you are dealing with somebody, you're feeling very guarded, you're feeling very protective of your heart. You might be afraid to get your feelings hurt. I don't see you wanting to kind of put your heart on the line here. I'm not sort of feeling like, Cancer, you want to wear your heart on your sleeve here. There's kind of like this notion that if you wear your heart on your sleeve, someone is going to, you know, take advantage of that. And you don't want that obviously to happen, or you're afraid that that's going to happen. Perhaps, you know, this has happened before. And so the Eight of Swords, if it has happened to you before, you're still like carrying this energy with you. And it's kind of like maybe like blocking you, or stopping you from maybe truly opening yourself up to love and connection at this time. Okay. With the Fool, there is a fear here of you taking some kind of a risk or taking some kind of a chance. I feel like I'm connecting to a Cancerian who isn't willing to take any risks or chances when it comes to one's heart. Just in case you find yourself in a holding pattern, or just in case you find yourself in the same loop, just in case you find yourself maybe, you know, attracting the wrong attention or the wrong person or the wrong partner towards you. Now, I mean, I do want to clarify these cards, but the Fool can suggest there may be someone here that you're connecting to that is very young at heart. Okay, this person may be appearing with the King of Cups to be emotionally available, but on the other hand, they're very playful, they're very present, they're very free-spirited, and you're just not sure about this person. Eight of Swords. I'm truly looking at this pussycat that's afraid. Yeah, there's you lack trust here. There's certainly a fear of you taking some kind of a risk, taking some kind of a chance. The Fool can suggest new beginnings as well. I am seeing a butterfly. The butterfly in the Eight of Swords would speak to spreading your wings. Perhaps you're afraid of, like, you know, branching out there and spreading your wings and finding love. For some of you, you want it because the Fool is here. Okay, so the Fool, it's all about, you know, just fresh new beginnings. It's like starting over, but you know, the thought of going out there and finding somebody new, starting all over again, you know, spreading your wings and branching out, it's freaking scary. Like, it means that you've got to leave some kind of comfort zone, and leaving this comfort zone that perhaps you're in is going to require you to take a gamble and take a risk that I don't feel like you're willing to step into right now, Cancer. I don't feel that. Not with the King of Cups, with you being very protective here. The King of Cups is a very protective, guarded energy. We're going to break this down. Tell me more about this Eight of Swords. Why is the Eight of Swords here for Cancer? The Four of Swords. So when the Four of Swords is coming in with the Eight of Swords, it can suggest that there is something here that is playing on your mind, like I said, a thought, a fear. It could be, say, even like an insecurity of yours. It could be a past situation where someone hurt you, disappointed you, let you down. But the Four of Swords is suggesting that this is something that you might want to heal through, or that it might be time to heal through. I am seeing a healing energy here. As a standalone card with the Four of Swords. Okay. Let's find out what else is going on here. Okay, well, the Star is coming through. So for me, that's double confirmation. So basically, I feel like with the Four of Swords, what I'm getting is like perhaps, because I get like silence in the mind when I sometimes think of the Four of Swords. It's like my mind is very peaceful, my mind is very quiet. There could be a tendency for you to avoid facing certain fears. You know, when you're single, when you're on your own, it is very quiet. It can be very quiet because there's no one there sort of like challenging you to perhaps like face what you have to face, and look at yourself. When you're in relationship, sometimes one is forced to look at things in an uncomfortable way. And I feel that I'm connecting to a Cancerian that is in a situation where perhaps you've avoided facing certain feelings, or maybe certain projections. But it's kind of like you're going to have to face it now, because it's coming up for you to look at. With the Star card here, it's coming up for you to face. It's coming up for you to look at. Why? Because the Star wants you to release whatever you've been suppressing. Release these blocks that you may be... Well, I feel like this Eight of Swords, this is a block, right? There's something here that's blocking you. And I feel like the time has come where you release these blocks, or the time has come where you're needing to face these blocks, these mental blocks, and move past them. Why? So you can, embrace a new opportunity here. If it's not embrace a new opportunity, it's so you can allow someone to come into your life. Why is the Fool here for Cancer? Why is the Fool here for Cancer? Yeah. Look at this, the Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles, guys. There is someone new coming in. This may or may not have happened yet. Okay, but the Ace of Pentacles is showing me that this is new energy. And the Fool is strongly suggesting that there's new energy here. Spirit is presenting you with an opportunity to meet somebody new, connect with somebody new. Spirit is inviting you to, take some kind of a risk, take some kind of a gamble, take some kind of a chance. However, when you release these blocks that you have, the beautiful thing is with the Fool, is that the Fool becomes nothing to be afraid of. The Fool almost becomes like a trusting energy. It's like a knowing energy deep down inside. It's like, I know unequivocally, I don't know if I ever say that properly. Someone help me out. I think I've done this before, right? It's like deep down inside, you know that this is something good. The only reason why you could be afraid is because you haven't done that work, right? You haven't released certain blocks that are limiting you from this potential new energy coming in. And what I really like about this Fool energy is that with the Ten of Pentacles, it looks foundational. It looks like something that, is long lasting. Yes, it's fresh. Yes, it's exciting. But it looks long lasting with the Ten of Pentacles. This looks like the energy of someone that you can truly build with. But are you truly ready to accept the offer that is coming your way? Are you truly ready to accept the offer Spirit has in store for you? Because there is something new on the horizon, Cancer. And like I said, you may or may not have encountered this individual as yet. I don't feel like this is someone from the past. I'm sorry. It's not someone from the past. This is new energy. Tell me more about this King of Cups. The Nine of Swords. Yeah, this is strongly you. Strongly you in this very protective space. The Nine of Swords is showing me here that you are afraid. Okay, that you are afraid and you're all up in your head and you're letting certain stories that possibly aren't even true consume your every move. When you are coming from a headspace, like when it comes to love and connecting with others, if you're in your head, it's certainly fight and flight. Yeah. It's also suggesting here with the Nine of Swords, I don't know if this is the right word, but there's kind of like no trust here. So if you're feeling very protective of your heart and you're afraid to kind of wear your heart on your sleeve, the Nine of Swords could be like, oh, it's because I don't trust this person, or I don't trust love. There may be some trust issues here, and then that's just a strong sign that you're not really ready for a relationship. You're not truly emotionally available for someone to come into your life, because you can't call in a mate or a partner if you have trust issues, because that is going to, that's going to rub off on the person that you're connecting to. And yeah, the Lovers. Gemini energy. There could be a Gemini here that is approaching you, or an Aquarius. Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, look, there's certainly past energy here. There's something that you might be focusing on from the past that needs to be grieved out. It needs to be worked through so you can move forward. Look at this. Underneath is the Chariot. Okay, that's your energy. And that's saying, Cancer, you need to move through this now. You need to move past this now, because this is holding you back. I don't feel like this is going to speak to all of the Cancerians here, but for those of you who it is resonating, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know if it is speaking to you. You will know. I do feel with the Lovers that you are wanting to connect with someone. You are wanting love. You are wanting to be in a relationship. You're wanting intimacy. But you can't have intimacy whilst there are unresolved issues that need to be cleared and worked through. You can't have that, because this Nine of Swords is showing me here that you will project this onto the person that you're connecting to. If you feel like it's a roles reverse situation, by all means, Cancer, reverse the roles. Okay. The Lovers coming in with the King of Cups. How can I put this into words? Spirit's sort of showing me that there is someone here that you can truly develop a strong emotional connection to. But you got to let go of these worries. You got to let go of these fears. You got to let go of these anxieties. And what I've just noticed too is the two cups that are behind this sad figure. See what I mean? Like there is someone there, Cancer. There is someone there. you might not be aware. This person may not have come in yet, or they're trying to come in, but you're too busy focusing on the past. Yeah. All right, so let's get a last parting message for advice, shall we? Last parting message for advice. Last parting message for advice for our Cancerians. We have the Emperor. Well, you know how I feel about the Emperor. The Emperor is always about authority, having the authority. You're your own authority. You're in control. It's about leadership. It's about taking action. It's taking accountability. It's knowing what work needs to be done and getting on with it. You know what I mean? The Emperor always has a strategy. He always has a plan. I feel like that's kind of the energy that you need to, or you should embody right now. It's like, okay, right. I need to get my head straight. I need to sort through this. I need to work through this. It's like it's like being on a mission to work through something. Because the Emperor, he always needs to feel like he's got control of the situation. And I feel like the invitation here is to get on top of yourself, like get control of these fears or these insecurities that you have. Like, it's time to get on top of it and to not let these fears or these trust issues or these concerns and worries get on top of you. You know what I mean? The Emperor is also divine masculine energy, and I feel that once you get on top of your personal issues, whatever's going on personally for you, deep down inside, only you're going to know what this is. Once you get on top of that, once you work through it, once you sort it out, the Emperor, this is divine masculine. This is your divine counterpart. Your divine counterpart can make their way to you. This divine counterpart will find you. It will be like a divine match. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Hopefully that resonates. Drop a comment in the comment section below if it did, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks, guys.